Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is January 22nd, 2025, and Palmeiras have made a new offer for Vitor Roque. Also, Pablo Torre has made a decision in regards to his future. And finally, we do have an update in regards to Marcus Rashford, as Deco met with the players' camp while he was in Lisbon ahead of the Champions League match between Barcelona and Benfica. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we will begin this video with the news that Palmeiras have made a lucrative offer for Vitor Roque. Now, as you know, Barcelona signed Vitor Roque with the promise that he would become Robert Lewandowski's replacement, and the club paid 30 million euros fixed plus 31 million euros in variables, which Barcelona have not had to pay any of those variables since Vitor Roque ended up on loan to Real Betis after only a few months of arriving in Barcelona. And in the contract that Barcelona signed with Real Betis, they gave Real Betis an option to buy worth 25 million euros, but only for 80% of the rights of the player. And well, now Palmeiras have made an offer that exceeds that option to buy, an offer worth 27 million euros for 80% of the rights of the player, so 2 million euros more than what Real Betis have in that option to buy. Now, Palmeiras are looking for a number 9 in the market, and they have identified Vitor Roque as their primary target. And the most important thing, they do have some cash to burn because they offloaded a different Vitor Reis, to Manchester City for 40 million euros. So they do have some cash to spend. So who knows, they could up the offer and it could end up being even more than 27 million euros, which of course is a great way for Barcelona to make their money back on what everyone considers a failed signing. Because if Barcelona paid 30 million, you get, even at this offer, 27, you're only 3 million euros down, but you still own 20% of the rights of the player. So he's later transferred somewhere else, you'll make 20% of that. So you can end up with a profit margin. Now, of course, we don't know what Vitor Roque's position is. My guess is that he's probably not going to accept this offer because, with all due respect to the Brazilian league, to go from Brazil to Europe and then back to Brazil, I think that would be a downgrade or a step down for the player in his footballing career. And now on to the next news, because, ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Torre has made a decision in regards to his future. Now, even though Pablo Torre has multiple offers to leave the club, and even though he has not featured much for Hansi Flick, in fact, he hasn't played for Hansi Flick since November 30th, Pablo Torre has decided that he wants to remain at the club at least until the summer. He wants to continue fighting for his spot, and he believes that he could earn a spot under Hansi Flick. And as such, Pablo Torre has decided not to accept any of those offers he has on the table, and instead continue at the club until the summer. Again, we don't know what's going to happen this summer. If Pablo Torre ends up, with even less minutes, then he might end up leaving. But for now, Pablo Torre will remain at the club. Now, Barcelona are not bothered by this decision whatsoever. In fact, they are happy because even though the midfield is pretty stacked, Barcelona consider that Pablo Torre offers a different profile, something that they don't have in their other midfielders. And plus, his salary is so low, it doesn't really affect the financial fair play. So it's not like you offload Pablo Torre and all of a sudden you can sign someone else like Marcus Rashford. Now, Pablo Torre has only featured in 7 matches this season, accumulating 248 minutes. And despite his very few minutes, he has been able to score 3 goals and provide 1 assist, which I think is pretty impressive numbers for someone who has played very little. Now on to the next bit of news, because we do have an update about Marcus Rashford. People are always asking me, Mo, what's going on with Rashford? Well, I have an update for you, but before, let me just remind you, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. It's completely free, and in doing so, you'll be supporting this channel. Also, if you're looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to Goal Kids, Kickback, or Fanatics. If y'all looking to place any sports bets, you're feeling lucky, you feel like you make some money, make sure you head to Bet Us. All links are down below in the description. You click on them. You would also be supporting the channel. but you would also be helping yourself because you do get access to offers, discounts, and deals that otherwise you would not get access to without those links. All right, let's get back to the news because we do have an update on Marcus Rashford because Deco met with the players camp while he was in Lisbon ahead of the Champions League match between Barcelona and Benfica. Looks like Deco was pretty busy meeting with Jorge Mendes, meeting with Barcelona scouts. Now we find out he met with Rashford's camp. And while during this meeting, once again, Barcelona reiterated their position that they would love to sign Marcus Rashford on loan for the remainder of the season. As I've reported before, Barcelona have identified Rashford as the most feasible option to reinforce the left wing during this winter. And of course, Marcus Rashford prioritizes coming to Barcelona and in fact has paused negotiations with other clubs waiting for Barcelona's move. Now, what's the problem? Of course, the problem is that Barcelona do have to clear space on their wage bill in order to bring Marcus Rashford. And this problem was expressed by Deco to Rashford's camp. And Deco told the Rashford's camp that Barcelona needs more time. They want to wait until the end of the transfer market to try to offload one of their players. But of course, Rashford camp, said they can't wait forever because if they do and the market closes and Barcelona doesn't make an offer, Rashford is then stuck at Manchester United without any minutes. So they have given Barcelona 4 to 5 days to complete an exit so they can sign Rashford. And if Barcelona cannot do it in that time, Rashford's going to have to look for a new destination. Now, of course, Barcelona right now are looking to offload either Eric Garcia or Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati, of course, is saying he doesn't want to leave. And as far as Eric Garcia, Barcelona have not received any satisfactory offers. They've received €5 million offer from Girona, which is too low, and a €7 million offer from Como, which is also too low because Barcelona are asking for at least 10 to 50 million euros for Eric Garcia. Now, Deco did confirm that Barcelona are looking to offload someone in order to make a new signing in an interview that he did while he was still in Lisbon. And this is what the sporting director had to say. We are working on the fair play issue, resolving it. If we can ultimately strengthen the team, we will try. But as of today, there is nothing. So Deco not necessarily confirming Barcelona's pursuit of Rashford, but confirming that they are working to fix the financial fair play. In other words, they're working on offloading someone. And if they can't fix it, they'll reinforce the squad. In other words, they will sign Rashford. And if they can't fix it, then obviously nothing will happen. Now, we will end today's video with the news in regards to Alejandro Balde, because as you know by now, the Barcelona left back suffered racial abuse at the hands of Getafe fans. Of course, Barcelona submitted a complaint to La Liga, and the investigative body of La Liga have given both Barcelona and Getafe 3 days to turn over all of the material or all of the evidence and reports that they have in their possession. That way, La Liga can investigate and identify the perpetrators and issue, of course, a punishment to the fans. And they're even talking about, maybe closing the stands of Getafe for a few matches, which is the same punishment that Valencia had to deal with when their fans racially abused Vinicius Jr., which, of course, is interesting because when Real Madrid fans racially abused Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and the rest, nobody talked about closing the stands. All they did was identify 2 perpetrators, and they banned them for 1 year. Meanwhile, the Valencia fans that were identified as the ones who racially abused Vinicius, they got banned for life. Talk about double standard. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do the podcast earlier today, so if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.